very much. I had a question about the supply chain and international trade. So the garment sector is one example, which I wanted to raise. In one of our sessions, economists talked about the importance of maintaining the supply chain. And I'm just going to give you one example. A country like Bangladesh, which exports over 80% of its garments wear through multinationals, has had 2.4 billion in garments bills not being paid, or contracts not being honoured, or orders not being completed, a mix of things like that. And a number of companies, two of them have, after some lobbying by the Bangladesh government's representatives, have agreed to contribute some of that money, but it's not clear whether any of it has been paid up yet. Now, that's billions of pounds affecting many millions of people. The question is, what help can the Treasury give those companies that are in trouble in these sectors so that they can honour these commitments to some of the poorest people in the world, where the supply chains need to be maintained, not only for our own interest, but theirs? And the second is, with companies like Asda, who were very quick to be on the defensive following my intervention in the previous Treasury Committee meeting, that they would pay 95%, have not said whether they paid a penny to these people, and a month has gone by. What pressure can our government put on our companies to be responsible businesses so that we can maintain these supply chains? Because it is in our interest to do so.
Well, I think firstly you raise a very important point, and I understand you've written to the Chancellor on this issue, and the Chancellor, when he initially set out the package of support, did speak of the importance of companies acting in a responsible way, and the way once we come through the COVID crisis, that companies will be judged by people in terms of how they have conducted themselves during this process. So I know you've written to the Chancellor about it. I know colleagues are looking at this, and it is important that companies act in a responsible way.
And what I just wanted to share this with you. I received a letter which was copied to the Chancellor saying by Asda, but they have not to this day explained whether they've paid anything. They've said they have an intention to. Could I have a response that sets out what pressure will be applied to those that can afford? This is a business worth billions. It's not like they're in financial distress, to honour their commitments to some of the poorest people in the world whose lives are at risk because of the actions of British companies and other multinationals.
Well, I'm sure you'll appreciate, firstly, I can't answer for Asda, and I don't think it'd be fair to single them out, but they will have heard the point and the concern you raise and have put it on record, and I'm sure they will respond to you.
Well, it's just that these other companies, New Look and Asda, have said they will pay, but Edinburgh Woolen, Peacock Mills, Urban Outfitters, and a number of others have not made any commitments. So we need to apply pressure on them to act now.